who's the voice of reason in this new series of Red Table Talk? Because when Gammy was on the series, Mom was like the voice of reason, right? So who's the voice of reason here between Lily, Gloria, and Emmy? And
I think we all have our own. I think we're all reasonable people. We just have a different.
Or equally unreasonable.
It's interesting. Sometimes it's like Em says, it's not going to be who you think that has that opinion. It's going to be the other one that has the strange opinion about something. It's surprising sometimes.
You know who the voice of reason is on the table? The spirit of my grandma. Because we have felt her there every day. When we sit down, we're always talking about her. I'm sure she's in our minds. So she lives on in us very presently, but then we have like our own thing.
Rapuela.
I'm very happy that you brought up Rapuela or Abuela Gloria Fajardo. We all fell in love with your mother, Gloria, with your grandmother, Emily, of course. She was an incredible soul and always offered great advice. What do you think your mom would say about what's being discussed?
Oh, she would. She'd be having a tough time with it.
Yeah, she wouldn't be happy.
Because, like I say, she comes from a different generation.
Yep.
And they had a different way of dealing. And my mom really did not. Anything that was really hard emotionally, she didn't want to talk about.
She never saw the play.
Yeah,
never saw.
And I'm glad I didn't want to be guilty of matricide and murder her by her going to the play and dropping dead because it was too emotional. I mean and she stayed. Although she would send spies to go see, and she'd say, when I put her on the phone with Andrea Burns, who played her on Broadway. Her first words were, "What are you doing with my life?" That was her opening greeting to the lady that played her.
That takes me back to you, Jada. When the family, your immediate family and friends find out that you're talking about everything and nothing's taboo, right? And you talk about everything from porn to masturbation to addiction, infidelity. Did you kind of warn certain family members, listen, on tonight's episode, you may want to, have a couple of drinks before.
That would defeat the fun.
Wait a minute. Did I miss the masturbation episode? Where was that?
Yeah.
That episode got me in so much trouble because I talked about it on my show on the move, and a guy actually wrote to me, I was listening to your show with my daughter, and how do I explain this to her? And I was like, oh my God. So thank you, Jada, for getting me in trouble. Did you brief? Did you prepare family members for what they were going to hear or no?
Not really. I think once you really know us internally as a family, like our family members know who we are, you know what I'm saying? And how we actually talk in the house. So, the extra component of actually having it out in public, it's just like, hey, this is what it is. So everybody just kind of fell in line.
What advice have you given the new ladies?
You know what? Really none, because they're just so natural, This is like, and I tell you, instinct is crazy because I could just feel it. I just knew that this would be, because once you see the show, you'll kind of understand that you think that every family could do something like this in front of cameras, but every family actually cannot, right? And so when you watch how because not only do you have to be able to handle your own issues at the table in a certain manner, but when you bring guests, that's the tricky one. You know what I'm saying? And so watching this family and how they care for the stories of other people that actually come to the table has really been something else. Because that's the part that not everybody can do. Have that compassion.